Hi, my name's Ro Allen. I'm the Victorian Equal Opportunity and Human Rights Commissioner. I'm recording this message today on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I'd like to pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and any Aboriginal people that are listening here with us today. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Well, today, 30th November 2021, we released Volume 1 of the final report of our independent review into workplace equality in Ambulance Victoria. So, Volume 1 is many months of listening to their stories and experiences of Ambulance Victoria employees and first responders. And I want to acknowledge and thank all the staff and volunteers, past and present, who came forward to the Commission to share their experiences. Every time someone shares their experiences, it comes at a cost. And I hope that they see and hear their own stories come back to them and they think the cost was worthwhile. They took time out of their day after busy night shifts and while on annual leave to contribute to the review. Sometimes they were just telling us the worst experiences of their lives, and for others, they were telling us experiences that they hadn't shared with anyone. It was the first time they'd shared their stories. So, Volume 1 is an accessible read. It is 9 chapters. There's an executive summary, and it does come up to about 500 pages. But by no means is it an easy read. Whilst the report finds that Ambulance Victoria has adopted and implemented a range of preventative measures aimed to provide the organisation with a safe working environment, the organisation's approach is still maturing and is not fully complying with the Equal Opportunity Act. So those preventative measures that were being put in place haven't hit the mark. And we saw that in the evidence we gained during the review. This is the largest review that the Commission has ever done, I've been told. We've had 2,163 people respond to the survey. And from the respondents, 47.2 people reported experiencing discrimination, 17.4 reported experiencing sexual harassment, 52.4 reported experiencing bullying, and 34.5 reported experiencing victimisation. Everyday forms of disrespect and sexism were also widely talked about in the review. A high number of participants who reported witnessing or later learning about the discrimination or sexual harassment, bullying, or victimisation reinforced for us the scale of the conduct within the organisation. We conducted interviews with more than 250 people. We heard often about the devastating, long-lasting impacts that the experiences or even witnessing these behaviours had on people just trying to go about doing their daily work. At the Commission, we believe this is unacceptable and the time is now to make the change. So we've made 24 recommendations in this volume detailing changes that we think can be actioned immediately to begin to address the pressing safety, respect and trust issues that currently exist within Ambulance Victoria. Volume 2 of the final report will be released in March 2022. We'll build on these recommendations and detail our findings and recommendations in relation to equality, fairness and inclusion within the organisation. Addressing these issues will take time and commitment, but I'm optimistic that we will see change. The organisation's leadership, Ken Lay and the other board members, need to be commended for having the courage to ask the Commission in to undertake this review and to committing to implementing all of our recommendations before they even saw them. I can say they've now seen the recommendations and they've recommitted, double strength, to implementing all of the recommendations in Volume 1. Ambulance Victoria board and staff clearly told us that they want their organisation to be the best it can be and they're committed to playing their part. And we are too. We're going to walk alongside them in the journey by providing ongoing support and guidance in implementing the recommendations and then by conducting an independent public audit in 2023 on the organisation's progress. And just to finish up, whilst the report may focus on Ambulance Victoria and the issues that they're grappling with, they are not unique to this organisation. This report should be, and the findings should be, an absolute wake-up call to any director that sits on a board to look at the findings and about the nature, the extent and the impact and the drivers of discrimination, sexual harassment, bullying and victimisation. No matter the industry, no one is above the law and everyone has the right to feel safe and respected at work. I hope you get a chance to read Volume 1